Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Sheviit Perek Gimal Mishna Chet. Over here, we're continuing on the theme of working with stones in your field. What are you allowed to do, not allowed to do? And now we're going to open up En Bonim Madrigot Al Pi Ha'Ge'ayot Erev Sheviit Mishi Pasua Geshamim. You're not allowed to build these steps or these plateaus that are overlooking, right, or at the face of these of the gayot of the valleys, right? So you have these, you have the hill going up. So you're not allowed to fill it in to create these, steps, right? What do people do? They do that to actually, plant on those. So you're not allowed to do this on the Erev Sheviit on the 6th year, right? Once the rain stops. Right, because that's the time when you would normally do so. Because at this point you're fixing it for next year. After the rainy season, you're not planting anything during that 6th year anymore. So at this point, you're already fixing it for the next year, for the Sheviit year, and you're not allowed to do so. I pulled a picture over here actually when I was driving to Gush Etzion just now in Pesach. I knew this Mishnah was coming up, and I wanted to get a picture of what it would actually look like. And this is how it looks like in Gush Etzion. You can see how they plateau the hills as it goes down towards the valley. They create these little plateaus and steps, and they flatten them out, and you can see how they plant on each ones. So you'll see some olive trees over there, and actually maybe even a vineyard on the bottom. So you can see how they do this, and use it to plant. So over here, you wouldn't allow to the Mishnah over here says you're not allowed to do this on the 6th year leading into the 7th, because you're fixing it for the 7th year. I would just point out, Rambam doesn't say anything over here, but in the Hibur, in the Mishneh Torah, he says that this is halacha when the Bet HaMikdash is around, right? Because again, you're not allowed to fix things in the 6th year in order to prepare for the 7th, only when the time is the Bet HaMikdash, right? But when the Bet HaMikdash is not around, we allow you to plow the entire field all in the 6th year leading up to Rosh Hashanah, right? Of the 7th. But now when the Mishnah continues, but you are allowed to build in the 7th year once the rain stops, because you're fixing it for the 1st year of the next cycle, Motzei Sheviit. And the Mishnah continues, you're not allowed to go ahead and set it with dirt. Right? But he is allowed to set up a mechitza, right? So you can't remove the dirt from the valley itself, right? Now you want to what we do, you go down to the valley, you dig out some of the dirt, so you create a flat area in the bottom of the valley where you could use for planting, right? So you're not allowed to do that, but you are allowed to make a height. You're allowed to make a mechitza, right? A separation to separate that valley from the rest of the field. And how do you build this mechitza? So kol even sheyachol lifshot et yado v'litelah harei zot tinatel. All the stones, right, that are close to this valley, where he's able to, it's in an arm's reach, right? He's able to reach the stones, and take them. Then he's allowed to take those stones, right? That's not considered fixing the valley. But if you can't reach them and he needs to go all the way down into the valley to take them, right? Then you're not allowed to use those stones, because at this point, once you go down there into the valley, it looks like you're trying to fix your field. People are going to look at you and think that you're taking those stones in order to fix your field, and that wouldn't be allowed. It seems like it's an issue of marita ayin over here. And that sums up our Mishnah.